This is pride. This is passion. This is the grassroots.
Has been compiled as a tribute to the achievements of many members since the foundation of the club, culminating in the status which it now holds both on and off the playing fields. The documentary is not intended as a concise record or history of the club. It is purely intended to reflect the growth and success of the club, to indicate that a football club named St Mearnog's existed in the 1920s and 1930s. One has to trawl back through the decades to find a foundation stone for the current Naomh Mearnog GAA club. Back in the late 1920s there was a temporary break-up of the Innisfail's junior football team in Balgriffin, and as a result it was decided to form a team in Portmarnock. At that time Portmarnock would have been what we now call Old Portmarnock. The team wore a black jersey with an amber sash, which were the racing colours of the Jameson Distillery family, who resided in what is now known as the Portmarnock Hotel and Golf Links. Success came to the newly formed team quite quickly. There is no doubt but that the high point of those years was the winning of the Dublin Junior Football Championship in 1936. Following this, the club was promoted to the senior ranks but played very few senior games. The late Tommy McLernon, a member of the championship side, recalled that they lost 3 key players and this brought about the beginning of the end. Sadly, the St Mearnog's club folded 2 years after winning the championship in 1936. Rejuvenation of the club came about with the population growth in the late 60s, early 70s, and particularly with Dublin winning the Senior Football All-Ireland in 1974. Around this time, an ad hoc committee was formed in Portmarnock consisting of Paddy Doherty, Tommy Clark, Jim Foran, Shane Redmond and Jackie Hughes. A rallying call was sent forth. An invitation was issued to all those interested in the GAA to come to an event in the North Coast Hotel, now known as the Sands Hotel. The event was attended by county board officials, the entire Dublin senior football panel, which had won the All-Ireland, and most importantly by hundreds of Portmarnock people. And so, Cum New Class Gael Naomh Mearnog was reborn in 1975, with Paddy Doherty as chairman, Jackie Hughes as secretary and Éanna McCarver as treasurer. The treasurer started off with the princely sum of £27 in the kitty. The first year was spent organising football and hurling at adult level and putting in place a juvenile structure with the cooperation of St Mearnog's National School. Now, it should be borne in mind that there was no school at St Helens, nor was there a community school in existence. The first proper club meeting was held on the 29th of January 1976 in the North Coast Hotel and was attended by the 5 founding members: Frank McNulty, Patsy Harron, Danny McCormack, Vincent Hughes, Michael O'Brien, Jim Carroll, Eugene Keaveney, brothers Tom, Pat and Jack Hanley, Pat Keaveney, Christy Dwyer, Tony Jordan, Pat Dillon and Robert Kenny. The members of the first executive were Danny McCormack, chairman, Jackie Hughes, secretary, Eugene Keaveney, treasurer, Patsy Harron, registrar, Vincent Hughes, vice chairman, Tony Jordan, assistant secretary, Noel McKenna, assistant treasurer. In May of 1976, Father Richard Phillips was appointed club president. It's interesting to note that the first fundraising event was a supper dance in the North Coast Hotel, and it cost a princely sum of £2 per ticket. In 1975-1976, there were no pitches at Carrickhill, Woodlands, the school or Blackwood Lane. During those early formative years, games were played on the grounds where St Helens School is now situated. Later games were also played at the site of the present St Anne's Church. The club's first official annual general meeting was held on the 19th of November 1976, with the outgoing executive returned unopposed. Sunday the 4th of July was a day of historic importance in the club, as the junior hurlers won the club's first hurling trophy, the Miller Shield. In the same year, the junior footballers won the famous Malahide tournament. Also in that year, Dublin County Council made 2 playing pitches available to the club. In 1986, what was to become one of the most important committees in the club, the Development Committee, was set up. The committee consisted of Jerry Harrington, then club chairman, Tony Larkin, Noel McKenna, Jackie Hughes, Dermot Kennedy, Frank Lynch, Paddy Doherty and Joe Reid. This committee was charged with the responsibility of acquiring a site for the development of the club's own playing pitches and clubhouse. A 10.5 acre site was purchased for £100,000 at Blackwood Lane, and the deal was sealed on the 16th of October 1986, with the sale completed on the 17th of February 1987. 2 playing pitches were subsequently developed on this site. In the late 80s, early 90s, the club set about relocating to a site more adjacent to the residential area of the parish. In the mid-90s, the then Development Committee, consisting of Frank Lynch, Joan Walsh, Pat O'Leary, Tony Larkin, Martin Kenny and Pat Tobin, negotiated the sale of the lands that were acquired in 1986 for a sum in excess of £1.5 million. At the same time, the existing site where our pitches and clubhouse are now located was acquired, ultimately costing the club only £40,000. The sale proceeds were put towards the development of 4 playing pitches and a state-of-the-art clubhouse, which cost £2.1 million, with the complex being officially opened on the 1st of May 2000. Since then, an all-weather floodlit pitch and a hurling wall have been installed, with further lands having been acquired for the development of an additional pitch. Since its rejuvenation, the club has been served by 12 chairpersons, the first being Paddy Doherty, 1974 to 75. Danny McCormack, 1975 to 1978. Dermot Kennedy, 1978 to 1985. Jerry Harrington, 1985 to 87, and again from 89 to 91. Tony Larkin, 1987 to 88. Frank Lynch, 1988 to 89, and again from 1997 to 2000. Pat Tobin, 1991 to 1994. Joan Walsh, 1994 to 1997. Declan McConnell, 2000 to 2002. Donald Power, 2002 to 2005. Tim Maher, 2005 to 2008. And finally, the current chairman since 2008, Andrew Ritwager.
The playing of our games is of course the most important part, and These are the pitches. They were acquired originally for 100,000. We are now going to view the lands which were subsequently purchased and developed.
And you go down straight there, then that peg, turn out, and that is your hall. Are you with me? See that peg there? And then way down to the second peg is the hall. So there's the hall, and from the second to the third peg is the dressing rooms. Sorry.
The morning of the 21st of May 1998, the entrance from the main road being opened at 7:32. Here we have one of the stalwarts of the club, Mick Hassan, again at 7:30, lying the pitches down opposite the PSLC. Frank Lynch taking the first steps. This is the laying of the foundation stone by a Taoiseach, Mr. Bertie Ahern. The first drinks being had in the clubhouse and the first meeting held on the 18th of the 1st, 2000.
First official meeting in our new clubhouse. And you're all very welcome.
To witness the official handing over of the clubhouse keys by the developer, Mr. Dancer Group, to the club chairman, Mr. Frank Lynch. You can go.
Official opening of the clubhouse by an Uachtaran Cumulú Class Gael, Sean McCaig. John O'Donoghue, then Minister for Sport, undertaking the official opening of our all-weather playing pitch and floodlights. We now view the all-weather playing pitch and the new hurling wall which was erected during the last year. This is the layout of the now 32-acre site which the club proudly owns. Of course, the most important aspect for the club is the playing of its games, and that starts on the Saturday mornings with the hurling and football nurseries, which lay the foundations for the teams to follow on. In the early 1990s, the club put in place a plan to reach senior football status within 5 years and senior hurling status within 7 years, with both of these targets being achieved. Our players from a young age moved on to take part in the Féile competitions, which were always a very important part of the club.
Hold on. This is the best one, lads. Bring your gear with you. That's the goal!
The first major breakthrough was the winning of the minor county title.
Have won their first minor county title ever, beating Round Towers in a score of 2-8 to 1-5. First ever.
The taking part in score at junior and senior level is an integral part of the club's activity, as is the Monday night traditional music sessions. In 1996, the intermediate footballers won the intermediate championship to go senior for the first time in the club's history.
And the final whistle goes as Naomh McGowan. Marvellous scene. It was worth the 21 years wait. Marvellous. 2:16 to 7 points.
In 1997, our hurlers attained senior status for the first time in the club's history.
I would like to congratulate them on that feat. It's a great occasion for Naomh Mearnog, and we wish them well. And I know
down through the years, ladies football has gone from strength to strength in the club, and winning the junior final a number of years ago, going on to play in the Leinster Championship. The 2006 team contested the intermediate Club All-Ireland final. The team was very unfortunate to lose this final by a single point, hitting the crossbar with almost the last kick of the game, which could have gone over the bar to give a draw, or indeed into the net to give a win. Like ladies football, Camogie has gone from strength to strength, and in 1997 we won the under-16 championship, a win which was one of many for the Camogie section down through the years. Welcome to the Dublin Camogie Senior A Championship Final 2009, Naomh Mearnog versus Good Counsel. In 2009, the Camogie team won the Senior A Championship for the first time in the club's history, and the first team to win a Senior A title in the club.
Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for the two fantastic teams, Naomh Mearnog and Good Counsel, and a historic first championship win for Naomh Mearnog.
In 1991, on Uachtaráin at the time, Peter Quinn visited Portmarnock, visiting the schools, meeting the people and attending the club's AGM that evening. In the year 2009, Anouk Drawn, Christy Clooney visited club as part of the club celebration of the 125th anniversary of the foundation of the association.
For the next 3 years, to work 24/7 and do whatever I can to promote and develop the association. But I can't do it without everybody within Cumbernauld Casgrave, every club throughout the country, and every volunteer that works so tirelessly for our association. So can I thank you all most sincerely for the very warm welcome here tonight. Wish you every success in the years ahead, and congratulate you on your significant development and your ongoing development of your extra playing fields out here. You're a credit to the association, a credit to Portmarnock, a credit to your communities, and a credit to your families. Got a meal,